Hello, hello guys, how are you? Welcome to the today's stream. Hello Renary, how are you? How's everything, everyone? Yeah, so today we are going to continuing with the same theme, imitating great artists, and I have a few images here that I want to pick from. But before we do that, let me show you some of what we managed to do in previous live streams. So the last live stream we did this. Then the live stream before that we did this. Then before that I think we did this. There's one I'm not seeing here. Let me get that. Let me see where can I find. Let me see. Yeah, another stream we did that. Yeah, so today we're going to be doing something different. Hello Rendari, hello Naltex. How are you? Hello Sanil Das. How are you? I'm doing great myself. Okay, so yeah, let's see. Before we get into that, I guess we can do a few promotions. The first thing I want to do is so if you're a Patreon, I've released the February Patreon asset pack, and that includes a lot of lights. Let me see if I can just show you quickly how that looks like. Let me see, library. It's a lights collection, which I think. Yeah, I think I've already shown that, but there is lights. There is the ROM package that includes all the my ROM buildings, and then a pipes asset pack. You see me using this a lot. So if you're a patron or if you want to get these asset packs, this contains about 40 different lights. This contains about I think 20 Roman buildings, high detailed Roman buildings, and then the pipes also have like 20 sets of different pipes. So if you want to get that, you can. The link is in the chat. Hi bro, can you please make a tutorial on texturing in Blender? I think I have plenty of those, and most of my audience is intermediate, so they don't really watch beginner tutorials like that. But you can check out my videos. There should be some good tutorials on that. Okay, so yeah, from there I want to also promote HDRI Maker 2.0, which is an add-on that is great for making HDRIs for lighting your scenes. And the great thing about this, it can also capture shadows. HDRIs can capture shadows and also have a feature to place your characters on there. So it's an amazing add-on. It can also blend materials with the HDRI. You can see here. Link is in the chat. You can also use it to create amazing cool stuff like this. Then I also want to promote the Pure Sky Pro. This is an amazing add-on for generating skies in your realistic skies with clouds and everything. I can see you have a nice sky. This kind of I don't know, morning or night, sunset or sunrise setting. Just an amazing piece of it's an amazing add-on that you can add to your repository. Yeah, link is in the chat. The other add-on I want to promote is the Material Leak library, which is a library of materials. Comes with a lot, and I mean a lot of materials. You can see from here a lot of procedure and PBR materials that you can add in, that you can easily import into your scene. Just check out the link in the chat. Again, if you buy or use any of the products that I promote here, it's a nice way to support the channel. Then lastly, I want to promote the Ultimate Trees collection. This is by Dizel, and I can see it's a library of trees and vegetations that you can add to your own library and use them very nicely, because they're really well detailed, as you can tell from here. Yeah, so let's get into today's topic of imitating great artists. Okay, yeah, today the piece I wanted to do is this here. Try to create something like this in Blender. Why is this page hung? And this one is by Alexander Shatodi. An amazing artist. There is some bit of grass. I'm also going to show you, I think this can also be a good tutorial on how to make grass like this. Yeah, so let's jump right in. I will just borrow this image a bit here. We're just going to use these as inspiration and just see how great artists do. I also have a few other reference images on my second screen. I like this here by Mia Marie Boas. Nice piece here. Give him a follow. Give her a follow. And I like the mood lighting she has for this. Just amazing. Yeah, I have a few of these on my side screen. So yeah, let's jump into it. So one shot, please. Explain texture, please. Texture paint, please. Yeah, I have if you want to search my tutorial, I have a lot of tutorials on that because I don't want this live stream to be too long. So you just do top channel one-on-one texturing, and you find that I have a lot of videos on that. You can also find out find paint, texture paint, top channel 101 texture paint. You see that I have plenty of videos on that. I don't want to repeat to myself too much, so because I know most of you already know these things, so that's why you don't see me try to repeat them too often. Please try rendering your work in ProRender. The render, you mean to use ProRender engine? The render engine? Is there a Blender version of this? Even if it was, I just like using Blender's built-in render engines, built-in stuff. So anyway, let's try this. I think we can start with the grass. So let's start with the terrain. I'm going to use, I have some grass element here, but I also want to show you how to set this up. The render engine, yeah. I think you would also have to convert the materials you're using, and you also have to familiarize yourself with that engine and the material settings they use, which I'm not very familiar with. So let me use my quick functions add-on here to add displacement. Let me subdivide this a few times. Yeah, so this is going to be our plane. Yeah, so go to the camera, change this to a 25. Yeah, something like that. And I'm tempted to just apply the subdivisions just so we have enough polygons here to work with, and maybe I'll create a path for the road. Let me first scale this even further up. So let's create a road like this. Let's use sculpt mode for this and turn on Dino Topo. And let me just grab this brush here. I think I need to change this to something like a 6. Let me reduce. Yeah, I want to create a road. Actually, let me reduce this to 3. Yes. With this at 3, let me first set up my camera again. Let's go back to sculpt mode. Dino Topo. With this at 3, I need a larger brush. I can draw the road marks that I want. So this is going to be a road, and I think I need to detail this. Maybe enlarge the brush a bit. Now you can see how the road is shaping out. Love your work from India. Thank you, Samulia Saik. Thank you. Let me call this Windmill. Okay. Now with that, I think, let me push the camera a bit back as well. To 100, like that. We're going to be using cycles for this. So let's go to that and add a sky. Just make sure, set up everything, add a sky. Just bring the ozone up so that we have more blue, reduce the density, the intensity of the sun, like that. And I'm also going to change the angle to something like 55 so that the sun is coming from this side. Okay, now let's work on a material that is going to be our grass and our ground. So I'll create a new material, call this ground, road, and grass, like this. I'll go to my asset library. Let me search for soil, see if I can find something. Yeah, I think I can import this image and these cracks, because I want to and maybe this. I want a road, a nice road, a nice detailed road. Hello, Smith 101. Thank you for coming back. How are you? Enable screen cuts. Okay. Okay, the first thing I think I can do is select the road vertices. Yeah, I think the road is too detailed, so let me... Actually, I don't think it's necessary for me to do that, but let's see. Can grab this, create a new vertex group, and also create a new weight paint. Oh, sorry. Yeah, weight paint. And I'll do a selected and then Shift K or set vertex colors. I'll create a mask for the road, but I can see it's already too harsh. So I'm going to go into my paint levels. Actually, before I do levels, I can do a blur. I can blur this bit so that it's not too the mask is not too harsh as it is right now. I'm excited to watch until I sleep. Nice. Don't sleep on me. That's a nice. Okay, let's paint, because we're just creating a mask of our road here. Just making sure that actually that was not necessary. I could just use the levels option here and to shrink the mask. Like that, and I can also do another blur. Play with the contrast. Okay, that doesn't seem to work. Let me blur this again. Mostly at the edges here, so that the edges are not too sharp. Okay. Are you building the windmill too? Yeah. We are going to do that. The only thing we're not going to use is to build other trees, because we're going to be using the botanic add-on to do that. Okay, so this is road mask. So let's start working on the materials here. Let me come here. Want to make sure that I'm using object projection. How do you make money off Blender? Do you do contract work? No, I don't. I stay away from that kind of work because it takes up too much time, which time I don't have. And it's mostly through add-ons and YouTube, like that. But I don't freelance. I don't make artwork, Blender artwork. At least not in the way that you're saying there. Can you teach to make far away mountain that look bluish in color? I guess, yeah, I think we can do that. We're going to do that in this tutorial. Hey, why aren't you using weight paint instead of creating a mask? Because I want to. Weight paint doesn't work in shaders here, because I want in materials, and I want to use that mask here. A lot of new tricks learn from videos. Thank you. Always download your live video, then watch it and try to learn. No problem. My videos don't get views. Yeah, it takes some time. Yeah, so let's create a material here like this. So let me see. This can be 0.1, 0.05. Okay, and this can be 0.1. Okay, yeah, now we can start blending these until we come up with a nice, maybe this can be overlay. Yeah, so that's going to be our ground surface. Can use this as the base color, and then as the roughness, and maybe even as the bump here, like 0.1, but going to use a very subtle. It takes time, man. It takes time to get our views. Let me see. Let me reduce the strength of the light. Okay, should be 0.5 and less reflective. So let me add a math. Add a color mix RGB here. Okay, so that's going to be our surface. Like that. And then what we can do is grab a grass material or a grass texture. I'll import it in. Now, because we have a road mask, we can create another shader here, mix them, and use this mask here. Just to demarcate where the road is. So this is going to be our grass, as you can see. And I think I can add a convert math node here. Long time away from I have sore throat and coughing. Sorry about that. Please tell me home remedy. Yeah, I can't. I'm not very sure to. I don't really know what to recommend there. Maybe take a break. I don't know. Yeah, I'm really not sure what to recommend. Let me do multiply. I want to get to shrink this mask a bit. Like that. And this needs to be using object mapping as well. Now let's work on the grass. So the grass, I've seen looks very serene. I think brings a backcountry side memory. Yes, so you mean you have been in the countryside? 1 spoon honey, 1/4 lemon, and hot water. Nice. And let us know if that works. Okay, let's create the grass. So for the grass, we are going to create a new hair system. Let me unpause here for a second. So we're going to use a hair system, and under shape we can use the diameter of 0.1, 0.1. Let me make sure that everything is showing here, and I'll create a new material for the hair. I'll call it hair or grass. And just so I can see what I'm working with here, I'm going to first make these really big. Make the hair shape really big. Let me see. Yeah, you can see the hair now. I think my scene is a bit too large, so yeah, it seems to be quite large. So let's scale it down. Okay, and we want, so this is the size of our hair right now. We want to change it to something. We want it to be very short, first of all, maybe 0.5, like that. The tip can be, let me see, diameter root can be 10, and the root can be 5, so that it's smaller at the top. Okay. Then in the render, we can use the grass material and can turn on advanced, turn on some randomness. Then in the children, or in the children, we can turn on simple, increase the radius to about 1 so that we have more particles in the scene. And then let me see, we can play with the clamp a bit, add in some twist. Some shape, some twist, and in the roughness we can also add some roughness, a bit of roughness, a bit of randomness, and we can also, under the I think we've already done that, so we can increase. Let's do 10. You can increase the particle count here to something like 5,000. So we have plenty of grass. And in the shader, grass shader, instead of using the principal, we can just use the hair shader. The hair shader, like this. Just give it a nice color like that. And since we have this mask already, we can also use it. So do a clamp. So the grass closer to the road can be a bit brownish. So I can have this brownish like that, and this can be greener. And our part, we don't want to have a lot of grass in the middle either, so let's do vertex group like that. But I still want some grass, some bit of grass here, so let me first pause this. Views depend on many things, so it's hard to assess like that here. I have 8 vids, most popular isn't even a render animation, and I'm still not getting much views. Yes, Kapil Patel is very right. There's just a lot that goes into that. So, okay, let's do weight paint. I want to make sure that this is blurred, so let's do smooth, and let's do a blur here. Let me first turn off the particles. Also maybe just because I want more. Let me turn on wireframe for a bit here, so I can see where the road is. Now you can see there are some patches of grass in the middle of the road, so let's also add some like that. Again, need to blur this. Quite a lot. Okay. Now with that, I think we should bring back the particle system. You can see we have some grass in there between the rods. It would be cool if you also did project mapping on this type of image, projection mapping. Yeah, like I'm not sure why that would be, why I would do that though. Yeah, so this is going to be our grass, and if we just look at this now, that's how it looks. Maybe it looks a bit too bright, too circulated, so we can add a color hue and saturation here. Just bring down the value. And in the hair system, you can also, in the shaders, you also have a particle hairs info here that can give you a few different options to play with. We can make the tips a bit more, look more yellowish, like dying. So we can add another color ramp here. Make the tip use this spline. Just bring this, mostly the tips there. They can do another color mix RGB. Just use this as a mask to make the tips more orange, more kind of, I don't know, like that. And this doesn't have to be really that bright. And maybe we can also reduce the particle system, the hair shape a bit. Now 41 viewers, nice. If you're new here and you would like to subscribe, that would be really, really amazing. Okay, let's see. Let me reduce under, I think it's under hair shape. Can reduce the diameter to 1. Now maybe the height can also be reduced a bit. Let's do 0.5 and come back to here. Let's do 2000. Can always come back to the grass a little bit later. Let's see. Ours is still a bit too green. Yeah, maybe somewhere there. And maybe let me see what else can I do. If I go through the velocity, let me increase the randomization here. That's too much. 0.5. 0.1. Need more randomization. Okay, let's first go with that and start working on other things. Let's do some trees. I'll use the botanical add-on. Link should be in the description if you want to get botanical trees, which is an amazing add-on. Let me get it for you because 3v1. Yeah, if you want to get the botanical add-on that I'm using for the trees, link is in the chat. Okay. I think my weight paint is a bit off. If I turn off the particles for a bit. So the road goes like that. Like that. At noob, guess I'm not exactly new. I've subbed already. Thank you. Yeah, you're not new here. You've been around. I remember you. Okay, let's get some botanical trees. Spawn in some trees. We grab something like this. And let me see what other tree. You can have a few of these in the back here. And I think we can duplicate this, Shift D, and use a decimate modifier on this. Just to have something in the back. We can scale this up, just have it in the back like that. Now I think I need to increase my decimate effect, especially for the group here. Hi sir, great job. I hope I don't bother you with this question. When I upload some assets or character in Blender and try to navigate in the viewport, black pixels appear. Do you happen to know why? Yeah, I'm not sure. Unless I see what you mean, I can't really tell. Maybe you can share a screenshot in the Discord server. Maybe I could try and see what the problem could be. Let's see now. This one could use a completely separate particle system, and maybe the grass can also be more green. Can increase the radius. I think can also increase the radius for these particles here. Yeah, something like that. When we increase the radius, we get it makes it seem like we have more particles than we actually do, so which is nice. Okay, then let me see. We need to scatter some trees in the back there. What is your ultimate goal with learning 3D? Do you want to be a game dev? Also, love your work. Thank you, thank you. My ultimate goal is just basically to build a studio, a 3D studio, where I can sell 3D assets as a business. That is my target. What about you? Now let's work on the windmill because I think that's what's going to make this seem super realistic. I think let me see if I do something like this, how crazy would it be? Just trying to rearrange my stuff, see what gives us the best setup here. Okay. Yeah, I think that's much better. We can start working on the windmill here. For this, let's see. Yeah, actually grab this. Let me see. Is this? It's like 10-sided, a 10-sided shape. I do 3D, but I can't create scenes with my imagination. Thanks. Well, that comes with practice. No one just starts right away because you're still trying to figure out a lot of things. It's very hard to your imagination to match with your skill, especially if you're new. So I want to create this. It's kind of a wooden wooden planks. So let me select. I think I can. So I want to select these, this. When we'll be modeling live videos, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, my mic turned off for a bit there. Thank you for letting me know, man. Really appreciate that. Hello, Burning Bright. Hello, I don't know how to pronounce that. Hey, so this is what we have. I think, do I need this edge loop? Yeah, okay, so let's create this door. Oh, this arch door. Okay. Yeah, just need to just apply that. Grab this. This can now become our entrance door. I think you can also use the same material. Maybe a different type of wood, like this. Like that. And let me find a door that I could use here. Think we can just use this arch itself. Add a bevel. Just grab a few edges here. Have a door like that. Maybe this here. Let me see what gives this the color. You go to my decos. Alright. Okay, so that's our door. Let's see. Now let's add this. I don't know how to call it, but just going to. Actually, I think I can grab this edge loop, scale it up, separate it, and basically just do the arch. So I think it's something like that. Then we can simply grab all the rings. I think I can do a checker. No, can just deselect. Do deselect like that. Now I should be able to seems I made wrong selections, but let's see. Just need to select that age, 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 that age. Then I can scale them out and basically have something like that. Just use this material. We don't really have to go for the same details. We can make ours a little bit different, maybe. This has some nice details in there, so let's try to mimic them and see. See, kind of breaking up, a way to break up those details sometimes. So I don't know, just so I can make this a bit more organic. Just add a few broken this is like that. Or maybe this is someone at that level. Hello, June Alligator, how are you? Today we have more audience. Yeah, I think YouTube nowadays is blessing us with more and more people. Yeah, I'm noticing YouTube nowadays is giving is I think pushing out more, pushing the live streams out a little bit more, which is great to see. Okay, it's coming here. Just add in a few details like this. If this needs a bevel, let me see if that helps. It doesn't do much. Okay, I'm going to use my quick functions add-on to do a spin array here. Let me see. Just use a spin tool here. The spin tool to kind of make a few Things like that. Hello, John. Hello, Mawela. Netshizin. If we all refer a friend to, we can reach 100. That would be amazing. Like, how many friends do you know how do 30 days? Because I don't really know many. Yeah, today we are in 60, which is amazing. Okay. Let's have something like that. Let's see how this looks now. I think, what I'm going to do is I have a different grass shader that I worked on before I did this, that I think will look far better than what we have here. So I'm going to just use that, thinking just scale this up. Let me first get rid of all this grass and see if I just use this. Will you do a 50k special? I don't know. Like, what do you have in mind? Thank you, Dinosaur Zimek, for subscribing. Really appreciate that. Yeah, what do you have in mind? I think since I changed the grass, I need to also change a few settings here to make it visible. I need to make plenty of it. And I think, let me apply this and just grab have it point something like that. And let me go to the children, increase the radius to about 5, and the particle, let's do 50. Yeah, I think now the grass is starting to look much better. Hello, Electro Flix. Are you? Almost a milestone of 50k. Take some cake. Yeah, I'll do that. I think. Yes, I do drive. It's a shitty car. It's not anything magnificent. I need to go back to the hair system here. The hair rendering. Maybe make this 10 and this 10 so that the grass blades are more thick, like that. And just for optimization reasons, let me see, where is my camera? So this is my camera. I'm going to create a new vertex point, vertex paint that just only shows off where the camera is. I think I can even just do a selection from right here. Create a new vertex. Let me subdivide this one more time and just select all the vertices here. I guess I need to subdivide this one more time. Select all the vertices here. And basically you can see how much our camera is seeing. And I can also select all the vertices behind here. Go back to the camera. Select all the vertices behind this because the hat, because the camera is not seeing them, so there is no point adding vertices, adding particles there. So create a vertex group and use that as the new hair, where we're going to see here. You can see now where the hair is growing. It's only growing where we can see it, which is amazing. And I think I can make an add-on that does that for me. Okay, yeah, now I think things are starting to look better. Let me bring the camera above the ground just a bit. Which means we might need to reselect the camera, but I think I can just need this to be rotated a bit. For some reason, mine doesn't look far away enough. So let me select this again. Have it like there. That means we need, let me see. We need to have this look like it's really in the distance. Yeah, something like that. And maybe it can be a bit tall as well. So now I can come back here, reselect these. So that's how much the camera is seeing. Set it up as the new vertex group. New vertex group. And now we can bring back the hair there. And the particles here as well. But the back particles can use less particles, I think. I don't know. Draw a gradient hair paint from the camera far that remote far away. The more particle near the camera, the less towards the back. Oh, that could also work. Let me see. White paint. Let's get rid of this gradient. Yeah, so yeah, that's, if I can create a mix of this. Yeah, like a gradient. Yeah, so yeah, you're right. That's actually useful, a useful trick. So we have more particles in the front, but they all seem leveled. They seem to be on the same level. So let's go to the velocity and just increase the random to something more significant. Well, it's really taking shape. Thank you. Okay, yeah, so now we have some random grass. Okay. And I think now with that, I can also reduce the particle count, because that's just making the PC really slow. It looks like the perspective is a little off. Maybe move the camera up. Okay, Blender crashed. I'm also going to try to speed up things now. That's a lot of time we have spent on these. So let's speed up things. Let's add a few trees. Let me grab something like this, have that in the back. Just have some random trees added. Let me grab a few of these tall trees, tall ones. This can be a completely different particle system, but and with less particles and less children. So 10 by 10, but the radius can be quite big, maybe even 20. I can have it displaced. Actually, you don't need that many particles. So let me first decimate this. Ten of the particles are so easy to work with. That's true, that's true. I think for this, let me reduce this by half and increase the radius as well to something like 10 and this to 20. Kind of makes everything faster. Now let me add a displacement. Kind of make this look a bit mountainous in the back there. Yeah, something like that. Now, let's see. Can we get to 69 likes? If you haven't liked the stream, that would be amazing. Knew to close Blender. Yeah, just make the scene too heavy. And Blender will crumble. Hello Kuma, how are you? Why do you use Firefox? I use a lot of browsers. I use Chrome, I use... I just use a lot of browsers. Okay, I think the particles need a less radius. 10 is just too much. .5, and I need to go back to the clamping here. Reduce that. I just have no clamping at all, and also in the roughness here, the size can be reduced. Okay, something is throwing off these particles. Let me go back to the random here. Okay, I think it was the random. 0.01, 0.1. You always have to go back and forth to change to make this shape look good. Let me see. Trying different settings for the grass. We go back to the children, increase the radius to 5 again. Yeah, think something close to that can work for us. Now we need to shape the road again. Let me first pause this for a bit. I think I'm going to just copy the modifiers for this, or just copy the materials. Sorry, the particle system. Let me call this hair or grass 1. Let me go back to the material, to this material, just add a color overlay. Okay. I think our windmill has to be a bit bigger than this. Like there. And I think we can also have the same direction of the sun, so I'll go to -55. And I want this to look really bright, so let me add an area light here. I want this to stand out, so let's do 10. Yo, thank you for subscribing. Treasure my this vlog, something. Okay. Now let's add these turbines, or whatever they're called. We can grab a pole. Like this. Can grab a pole like this. Then like this. and then another one like this. This one can be grab that. Get a new material. Let me find a cloth or fabric material. Fabric. Like this. I think it needs to be somewhat translucent, which it is. Okay. Now we can bring it here. Think we need a mirror. Grab another pole. $72. Nice. Let's get a different fabric material here. Let's pause this. We need volume 0. Density won't affect the performance. We can add it. Yeah. Let me first get a few things in, like make the rod really visible. So let me first pause this for a bit. I think we need a rod. Let me see how big this is. So that's going to be our rod. Maybe let me grow the selection a bit. Go this rod. I can shrink the selection quite significantly like that. Turn on proportional editing. Just bring the rod just a tiny bit down. And we can use that as the particle in the particle system as well. So like that. There may be just add a few of these. Let's see. I pull back. Yeah. The camera here seems we have plenty of, okay, yeah, something like this, I think. Maybe, yeah, like that. Now we also need a few grass bits here, so yeah, like that. There may be a few. Let me actually go to white paint. Just paint directly in here. Let me first turn off the particles. We can have some particles here. Like that. I have an issue with wrong scaling. While important in Blender from other CAD and scanning software model exported from geometric wrap and 7.3 or Blender, then yeah, sometimes because if different applications have different measurement systems, you can never really get it super right. Like it's not going to be 100% accurate all the time. So I think we need to just, let me see, let me first pause here. Go to, let me select the inverse of this. I need to select just the rod, or actually I can just go to vertex paint again. Just paint out the rod directly. Maybe, let me, I think I can see it. And to paint out, to create a mask for our rod again. Check the turbines blades, they are facing the wrong direction. Yeah, I think I also need a better material for them. So yeah, I think it has to do with the materials that I'm using. So just needs a translucent material. Let me grab a fabric. And maybe mix with the principle. We can come back to that a bit later. Let's first work on the road. Let me first turn off the graphs for now. And maybe isolate it for now. And we have, this is our grass. It looks a bit, it should be I think darker, but let me grab an input. Let me grab an image. Let me see. Can I search for a road? Do I have a road material here? I do have a road that is more detailed. Yeah, I think this here could work better for a road than what we have. Can just have it follow our actual road. So let me see if we can do that. Because I spent a little bit more time working on this road than I can spend here. Just going to grab a curve. That follow the road like that. Make sure this is above everything else. Add a shrink wrap. Now I can grab this. Let me first make sure that add a curve. I think this could use a shrink wrap as well. Shrink wrap with a slight offset. I think we can use project here, this can be less twisted there. Make sure this is offset a bit. Curve is not flat. I don't think it matters too much. Yeah, so this is our road. I think it fits our scene better than what we had before. Can add in the grass. Yeah, I think that's much better. Maybe on the grass. Let's bring back everything and see. You work fast in 1 and 30 and you made whole scene. How many projects you can make per day? Well, yeah, I do work fast, but I also kind of, my efficiency is affected by my mode. So yeah, I can work really fast in the first 3 hours, but then I start to get tired very easily, and the next 5 hours I would not be able to do anything significant because I'll be very bored most of the time, and I don't want to do anything anymore. So yes, I do work fast, but for the first 5 hours, or for the first 3 hours, the others I'm just going to be a bit lazy. Try a 50 millimeter. I think I need to extend this road quite. Another thing we could do is just decimate this. And subdivide this, because right now it has a lot of polygons that we're not going to use. I think the camera also helps with how far the object will look. So I've changed the perspective of the camera. Doesn't give us the best look. So let's go back to the default. let's try populating this scene with more stuff that I think will make things look better. I'm also going to just reduce the sun size. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I saw the Lord of the Rings. It looks really amazing. I don't, but yeah, I don't know. Might be very good, or yeah, might bomb. Let me grab some fence. Now, let me use my quick functions here just to play with the colors a bit. Okay, I think it's starting to get us where we want. Just need a lot more trees than we have. So let's just make a very thick forest here. With trees of different sizes. In the back, in the distance, and I think, yeah, like you said, let's add a volume. Yeah, I think my scene was really too large. I have some kind of too large. Viewport, wireframe. Couple of clouds. Yeah, let's first add this volume and add in some clouds and see. You know, instead of doing it this way, instead of using a volume like this, let me see if there's a better way. But let's first see how the results of this shader volume, principal volume. I think go here in the velocity, turn up the random as well for the back grass. I think we need more trees on the side here to cast some shadows. Let's try a different color for the grass. Let's grab a noise texture. Noise texture. Like that. Let me add a math node here. Convert math node like this. Just multiply so that we use the power. Because I want to have some variation there. And also let me grab another one of these, add a car ramp. Yeah, so we want some variation in color. So let's do the same green we had, and then a brownish color. Like that. Now we can see how that looks. Yeah, this is to some greenish like that. Now we just need some more visual interest. Another thing I need to do is make sure that the road is very clear of any grass. I think that's going to help a lot. It's going to help a lot. Of course, I have no subdivisions here. Actually, I can just need to go back to sculpt mode. Let me go here. Sculpt mode, dino topo. Just actually make sure that I'm looking at the wireframe so that I can see how much detail I'm adding in. Sculpt mode, dino topo. Just add detail where the actual road is, like that. It's going to help with the distribution of particles. So that means we need to go back, select our particle system. So here, so we can have the grass there. Actually, let me reset my brush. Yeah, so we don't want any grass in the in the road. Go back to the particle system. Somehow we still have grass in here. Yeah, so we don't want any grass in the road. What is your favorite superhero character, if you have one? Favorite yeah, it would be Doctor Strange. And maybe Wanda, because they just seem so powerful, man. And their power is not like they are not. It's not that they are indestructible; they are vulnerable. So it's not like Superman, who is almost indestructible. And that's what I love about them. They seem to have, especially Wanda, because she seems to have a lot of power, but not a lot of control, which is something that I love about her character. Go to weight paint here. Let's get rid of this road again. I want to remove any grass on here. What is yours? If you don't mind me asking. And let's make the grass a little bit maybe taller. You would say Batman, just human but rich, with a secret base under the mansion. He's also a nice character, but I prefer the reason I am not too much into Batman, because he seems too unrealistic, especially when he goes against like real superheroes. He's also a superhero, but like really powerful. Like the scenario in Batman v Superman, Batman would have died in the first like 10 minutes. There's no way he could have survived. Back. Nice. Add in some shrubs. Like something like this. Yeah, true, that makes sense. A human cannot take on a creature of supernatural ability. Yeah, there was no way he could have survived. And he defies a lot of things, like the metallic armor he put on. You would have to be superhuman to be able to move the way he was moving. Let's go. Let's add in a few other, yeah, I wanted to add in a fence. Let me see. Do I have a sign? Yeah, let's add in some clouds in the back and see. You see. Have a horse. Maybe we can add that somewhere. I think Batman's villains are really well written. Joker, for example, one of the most interesting bad guys. Yeah. For Joker, yeah, he is one of the, if not the best villain you can have ever seen. All right, this is looking very unsaturated, so let me increase the saturation on this and see. think this whole thing has to be in a collection to make it much easier to move around. I think it's starting to look better. We need to add in some window details, I think. Like here. I think I can grab a window. Simple, really simple window. Like this. Add that in. Doesn't fit too perfect, but that's okay, I guess. Like a window there, and another platform there. Will you exactly replicate image or take certain liberties? Yeah, I try to just get inspiration from the piece. If you've seen some of the renders we have made, they're just using these as reference images as for inspiration, basically. Let me grab this fence again here. I think we can. Let me find another fence like this. Like they have a stable something. And I think with that I need to make the horses larger so that they can be visible. Oh, we wanted to do some clouds. Let me see. Okay, anyway, let's do plane. We need an emission shader. We need an emission shader. Let me see. We need an emission and then a transparent. We just need to blend the two. Just grab a cloud. Let me see, do I have a cloud in here? Doesn't seem so. Let's grab this cloud here, use that as the factor. Add a color ramp. I think we want a very, very blue sky, really, really bluish sky. So to do that, we need a high contrast. Grab another sky, just like that, and we can even make this a bit more transparent, or just less emissive. Nope, just less transparent to make it blend in more with the sun. Now maybe we can elevate the sun a bit. Let me grab one hose and have it somewhere. Will there be any Discord critique video? Yeah, I wanted to do that, but no, I'm not going to be doing any critiquing because it just has this negative, I don't know, that I don't want to have. Yeah, so that's not going to happen. It's just, yeah, not really my style. I don't want to be that kind of channel. Now, I want like some foggy bits here. I want the back to be a bit foggy, so, and I don't want to use a volumetric object. Let me grab a plane. Let me just use a plane. So let me first pause this, add a plane. I first get it here. I want to use an emission shader, and then maybe an emission shader may not really be what I need. Let's use a principal, a volume shader. Shaders are compiling. I should have used cycles instead of EV here. Not much I could do. I can do now. Let me just reopen this. Yeah, so what I want to do is first go to the shaders mode. What I want is a shader, a principal shader. A principal volume. No density. Just animation. Or we can use an input gradient, a gradient input, texture gradient input, gradient that goes up to bottom. Unwrap this. Make use of the object. No, use UV map. Yeah, gradient that goes up, down. We can use an emission and then a transparent shader. Blend the two. Use this as a factor. F for Blender again here. Has Blender improved with regard to crashing, or is it more to do with the PC? Mine crashes frequently, but I think it's because my potato PC. Yeah, I think it has to be the PC for me at least. Because these scenes are not exactly light. Okay, now we can use this as fake volumetrics, I think. You can see it creates some fake volume. Let me make sure that my clipping distance is not too bad here. Yeah, so that's a nice way to fake volumetrics. Can make it more intense back there. The only thing I don't like is how this road looks. So let me grab a ground. Ground material. Just create a new material for this. Can have this. I don't know why it's so pale. Let me see. All right. And just leave it like that. Doesn't. Let me see. You just have a bunch of trees on this side as well, so that it seems like a thick forest. Was on this side, and now we have a farm on this side. Yeah, something like that. Maybe I can let in a bit of light here. Something like that. I suppose let me actually grab another grass element like this here, just add it in the middle here. This. Yeah. I think I'm satisfied with that. I'm going to give this a quick render, and yeah, see, maybe one thing I could do is make these pointy. Let me grab some rocks. That's okay. Do you have a trademark or symbol to identify your completed works? No, I don't. I don't think many artists do, though. I think this area here is not as dark as I want it to be. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. I thank you guys for showing up. I really appreciate that. And I'll see you in the next video. I'll give this a quick render. And yeah, if you want to watch the time-lapse versions of what we do here, you can go to my second channel called Blender Templates. And you can watch all the live streams, time lapses of live streams there. Yeah, thank you.